Day one patches. They're once something that was unheard of.
Yeah.
When we started playing games, which became something that you'd
It's
see once in a while, or you would see them but unplanned.
Right.
And now they are just something that
know.
is always going to be, and
That
always is.
Right. No, that's actually a really good summary of it. Like when we were younger, and even like even people we're
PS2 there was no patches whatsoever.
right. We're kind of in the we're in the older-ish generation, but there's people that are like a good 10 years older than us that have had a whole nother generation. And when you bought a game, you got the game, and that's it. If it's broken, it's broken. And you know what? Those companies didn't last long. So, like, the game can't... And that's, like, everybody's biggest... And we understand... We've gone back and forth on day one patches, but we get it. But when you got a game back then, if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, you're out of luck.
When there was a glitch in an old game, it was like, oh, do you know this glitch? It wasn't like...
Yeah.
I hate this glitch. I can't wait till it's patched. Like, you're just like...
right.
You know about this glitch?
That's
like,
true. That's where some of those bigger... kind of
we get it because games weren't as robust back then as they are now.
Yes.
You have huge games, especially like, look at the games with the most glitches, open world games. They're the biggest. So you see those, so like, we get day one patches, but it's kind of annoying when I get a 7 gigabyte patch day one on top of the 40 gigabyte game I downloaded.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. Well, and you just said it well too. And I didn't even think of that.
Like, it doesn't even fix the entire game.
Right. When you said there was kind of the era of not expecting it. That's a good way of putting it. Because that was not too long ago, really. And kind of for us, it was very recently. Like when we got a game.
It's a new console.
Yeah.
New gen console.
Right. When we got a game, there used to be a time, and not even too long ago, where we got a game, we put it in, and we're like, shoot, there's a day one patch, and it caught us off guard.
Yeah.
And then that happened every game, and slowly that morphed into, well, when we got this, didn't I tell you? I'm like, I'll be playing it at night because I know it's going to have a patch. For Honor, I knew it was going to have a patch. Horizon. The Horizons actually wasn't that big. Horizons, we knew would have a patch. So, like, now it's come to the point where we expect it, and yes, it's definitely still annoying when it's 7 gigs, like you said, but we know, like, okay, Mass Effect, they confirmed it today, but we knew it last week. Yeah. We knew it last episode. They're going to have a day one patch. It's something that I get it. I totally get it. Like you said, games are robust. They're going to come, and maybe it gets to the point where like all games literally just can't come out without there having some problem in it, and so you have to fix it. It may seem like just a fairy tale to wish, and I actually was always in the thought, I was in the camp that hated it, because I felt that like if you give a game enough time when you're making it, it can come out not broken. Maybe that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
maybe that's not possible.
Most of them are sustainability, optimization and stuff. So like I get it. It doesn't bother me as much as anymore.
Yeah,
especially because they expect there to be a day one patch. So they try to make it as quick and easy.
Yeah.
For everyone, but it's just it's another thing that takes you out.
Right. Right. You want to get a day one, or you get a game. Now, disc-based game is slowly dying. It's still big, for sure, but it's it's going down. But like you get a game at midnight at GameStop, you go home. You can't just play it right away. Like you gotta do the patch. Now, if you do the pre-download, which we do,
which does take about a day to download, and I will say
that's
having Ghost Recon being one of the first disc games I bought in quite a while, I forgot it installed very fast.
Yeah, immediately
compared to the download.
Yeah.
So
Right. I mean,
so it's maybe not something we hate anymore.
Yeah. No, I come to expect it. I do wish like if Uncharted, if it's like Naughty Dog, it's like I know your games basically are perfect. Do you need a day one patch? Even they need it. So everybody does. There's no game that's just going to come out and it's going to work flawless. Now, how much of those day one patches are absolutely necessary? That's
that's what I wonder when I'm downloading.
Yeah, it's like how much is
the game?
Yeah. For like Mass Effects, which
I think have a lot to do with servers and stuff.
Oh yeah, you said like optimization. Because the Mass Effect one, people, and by the time you see this, Mass Effect will be out like 2 days. So, but the video last week for you guys came out of like all the animations, broke, and people were making fun of it and stuff, and they announced that the day one patch isn't going to fix those animations. So it's like, all right, that's fine, because I'm sure it'll get patched online. But what is the day one patch actually going to fix then? If that's where I think it's the problem, is like if it's not immediately
noticeable. Another topic
we're
going to do in the future about patches and them not saying always straight up what comes in the patch.
True. Yep. But
That's
I think it's just a gray line of like what actually is very noticeable. And some patches, the big like For Honor patches, like okay, like here's
and
what we're
if you
gonna
know
change.
it's going to be a problem, why didn't you pack it with the game?
Exactly. Yep.
But maybe they just can't. So.
Now it's kind of moved off of that to DLC season passes. That's really where it's come, which I don't think that'll be a topic.